Okay, so now here's another soliloquy of Iago's that I've broken up into kind of interpolated questions, which is their way of imagining interviewing the speaker and just breaking up their speech. So here's his actual speech, but this is my interrogate in you know way of figuring out what's actually being said. So I'm going to do that really quickly. Excuse me, and then I'll go through the speech again closer. So, do you think Cassio loves Desdemona? That Cassio loves her, I well do believe it. Do you think it's possible that she loves him? That she loves him, 'tis apt and of great credit. What's the more like? The more, howbeit that I endure him not, is of a constant, loving, noble nature. Do you think he will be good to Desdemona? And I dare think he'll prove to Desdemona a most dear husband. Do you like Desdemona? Now, I do love her too. Find that really weird and creepy. And does he? Does he though? Um, does he though? I don't know. Do you want to sleep with her? Not out of absolute lust, though peradventure I stand accountant for his greatest sin. I don't actually want her. If not for sex, why do you love her? Partly led to diet my revenge. Again, that is perverse and creepy and violent and misogynistic, and he doesn't even really seem to like women or sex, but he definitely wants to inflict pain on her and use her as an object of revenge or a pawn in his game. Why do you want revenge? Again, he tells us for the second time, for that I do suspect the lusty Moor hath leapt into my seat. He slept with Amelia, my wife. How does that make you feel? The thought whereof doth like a poisonous mineral gnaw my innards. Just the thought of it, jealousy, just ripping him apart. When will you feel okay? And nothing can or shall content my soul till I'm evened with him, wife for wife. I won't be okay until I basically sleep with Desdemona. That's rough, brutal. That's grotesque, isn't it? What if you can't get even with him, or failing so, yet that I put the more at least into a jealousy so strong that judgment cannot cure? I just want to mess him up. I just want to mess him up completely. Who will you use in your plan? I'll have our Michael Cassio on the hip. What will you do? Abuse him to the more in the rank garb. Why involve Cassio? For I fear Cassio with my nightcap too. Damn. So he's so beautiful, Cassio, that he even suspects him being with his wife. What do you want Othello to do? Make the Moor thank me, love me, and reward me. What do you want reward for? For making him egregiously an ass. What else? And practicing upon his peace and quiet. What will this end in? Madness. Let's now. I hope you'll see that the interpolated questions help you understand how to get into this soliloquy. Of course, it isn't someone questioning him; it's just one person. So let's look at it. Cassio loves her, and she loves him. I'd say it's an innocent love. And these are all the good guys. Othello also is constant, loving, noble. These things that are good kind of seem like weaknesses. And I dare think he'll prove to Desdemona a most dear husband. I'm sure he'll be really good. But the thing is, I love her too. Not out of absolute lust. But, I do have some lust. I don't believe him. Because I believe this line more, partly led to diet my revenge, feed that feeling of revenge that I have. Because I suspect, again, we have stereotypes of, black sexual desire is such a stereotype. And he's such a paranoiac. He's so in control in some cases, but here he's just like a complete paranoiac. He has leaped into my seat, that metaphor of like sleeping with Amelia. And just the thought of it is eating me up, is destroying me. Again, his insight into jealousy is really worth looking at. And nothing can or shall content my soul till I'm evened with him, wife for wife. Eye for an eye, wife for a wife. Eye for eye. I'll just write that old biblical law. He just wants you did me, I do you. Like this is just brutal, misogynistic, painful. But look, even if I don't do it, I just want to make him crazy. I don't want him, I want his judgment to be gone. Which thing to do if this poor trash of Venice, whom I trash for his quick hunting, stand the pudding on? I'll have our Michael Cassio on the hip, abuse him to the more in the rank garb. Why you want to do this to Cassio too is, as I said, he also, this is just like this paranoid, violent, sexual revenge is sick. I want to make them more love me and move him around. Again, that image of like a donkey and ass, just animalistic, racist language. I want to make him go crazy. And we have to say the reasoning doesn't follow. Why? What is motivating Iago? Iago is a terrifying character who gives a sense of justification, but actually it's very difficult to understand what's motivating him. And he has a brutal sexual language, a brutal racist language that really makes me think of contemporary discourse. I don't just think of Trump. I think of this anger from people who feel displaced, who don't feel like they're in the center of things anymore, and resent, and this billowing hatred comes out. And for a character that's so strategic and precise and terrifying, he shows us a great deal of vulnerability. Or does he? I mean, to what extent is Iago performing, revealing? We just don't know. And for me, it vacillates and it moves. And every time I think I have my grip on him, he slips away. He's a very dangerous, I can't emphasize this enough, dangerous, charismatic, wonderful, like one of the greatest villains probably of all time.